I'm heartbroken and desperate after cheating on my husband of 6 years with his friend. My husband, who was loving and attentive, has become distant and refuses to speak to me. My heart feels like it's drowning and sinking and I can't eat. I sleep max 3 hours and I can't find energy or motivation to shower. I am 29F and my husband is 30M, been together since 6 years and married since 2. I love him with all my heart. I really do. I'm not just saying it. If I had to describe him with one word, it will be perfect. He didn't let a day pass without telling me that I'm beautiful. He would always wake up at least 30 minutes before me to go out, at 5 a.m. in the morning in the cold to buy me my favorite croissant for breakfasts, that he would leave in the desk of our bedroom along with a lovely note. Every single day. I am a fucking monster. I don't deserve to live. The more I think about how he was, the more I cry. And the more I cry, the more I remember that I don't deserve to cry because I am the one who ruined my life and completely changed the personality of the love of my life. I don't know why I did. I cheated on him 2 months ago with a friend of his. After dealing with a panic attack, I immediately told him the same night. Everything changed since that day. While I was confessing to him, he didn't say a single word. He refused to speak to me the next days. I would call him, message him, try to talk to him when he was at home, and he would always ignore me. The only time I'm able to feel a sparkle of joy is when he talks on the phone with friends in the living room, and sometimes he lets out a laugh. Hearing him laughing makes me cry. Almost 2 weeks ago, while he was laying in the couch and he was about to sleep, I asked him if we could talk. He told me no, because he doesn't consider me a real human. I tried with all my strength to not let my tears flow down, and even though he didn't want me there, I sat on my knees on the floor near him, apologizing for every single thing I have done. I asked him if he wanted to know the details of what happened. He didn't answer. I asked him if he wanted to know why I did it. He didn't answer. I asked him if he wants to divorce me. He didn't answer. At one point, I just couldn't control my desperation and I started crying, and I begged him to tell me what could I do to solve this. And he still didn't answer. I got up and go to our bedroom. I cried for nearly 3 hours nonstop. At this point, it was around 2 a.m. I just wanted to see him again, and I've gone back at the living room just to stare at him from distance. I was sure he was sleeping, but one part of me hoped he wasn't, and I said quietly to him, "If you don't want to talk to me by voice, please at least consider doing it through messages." After an hour, I returned to our bed and cried to sleep. At 9 a.m. I woke up, seeing a letter on our desk. I almost jumped from happiness without even reading the letter. I was just so happy that he took time from his life to have some sort of interaction, even if not a direct one, with me. I started to read the letter, and it was a list of the things he wanted me to do. He prefaced writing, "You are not forced to do any of these. However, if you do, I'll deeply take that in consideration." This is what he demanded from me. Block from all social medias the friend whom I have cheated on him with. Give him every password of every digital account I have. Install parenting apps to always know my location. Cut off all my friends, prioritizing male ones. Block them and screenshot it. Confess my affair to my best friends and my family. Don't masturbate. Quit my job and opt for a home remote work. Don't speak to him unless he speaks to me. Decide an hour in which I would eat lunch and dinner, so he can decide his, so he never meets me in the kitchen. Don't go to parties if somehow without friends I got invited to one. Delete all my social medias. Add porn blocker in my PC. Always send him a message whenever I leave the house or I go to shower. Be more participating in home chores. Don't go to the gym. Opt to train at home. Don't drink alcohol. If I choose to seek professional help, I have to make sure my therapist is a woman. And lastly, don't interact with him unless or until I haven't accomplished every demand listed above. I could feel my chest becoming smaller and I felt like suffocating. I knew I deserved all this, but every single of these requests made me fall deeper and deeper into a state of depression and sadness or loneliness. Not because I think they are unfair, I didn't think they were, but it just shows me how much I destroyed his trust. I accepted to do everything listed. I started with what I believed was easier and quicker. I immediately blocked the man I've cheated my husband with. The hardest things were calling my friends and family and tell them about my affair. I've got no friends now, and even my own father despises me, rightfully so. After 1.5 weeks of trying to accomplish all his desires, I finally completed the list and I was happily ready to refer it to him. So yesterday I tried to do it. I dressed up, shaved myself, made myself as pretty as I could. He was in the living room, and I took the letter with me and give it to him. I couldn't help but smile when I told him that I've done everything he asked, and I was about to show him all the screenshots of all the people I've blocked through my phone, but he didn't even let me do that before asking me to go out the living room. I didn't want to anger him, so I left. I felt like shit. I know I'm not entitled to ask for love and for compliments, but I tried so hard that night to be pretty only for him. Hell, I tried all week to do everything he told me, and he didn't even look me in the eyes while I was talking to him. I'm desperate. Please, tell me if someone has lived through this and eventually reconciliated with their loved ones. I'm terrorized that he made me do all those things only to punish me, which I would be fine with. I do everything he asks me. But if he makes me do it only to punish me and not to see in me someone worth loving again, I don't think I can emotionally handle that. Did I ruin my life forever? Please, I need suggestions on how to do and how to behave. Best comments. Commenter 1. I love my husband with all my heart, so I fucked his friend, SMH. And stop making it all about you. Commenter 2. Did I ruin my life forever? No. You ruined your husband's life forever. You had the best husband anybody could have asked for, but you cheated on him with his friend. How low can you go? The things on his list are the minimum you should do after what you did. He will never trust you again, even if he decides to stay with you. If you ever loved him, give him the best divorce and leave him. Your presence will be the biggest trigger that will make his life miserable for the rest of his life. And someday he will find a woman who will truly love and appreciate him. So leave and set him free. Commenter 3. As far as he's concerned, the woman he loved is dead and you killed her. Like and subscribe. Commenter 4. Of course you ruined your marriage. What you did was disgusting. I'm interested to hear what you were going to say if you wanted your reason for doing it. Do what's right and leave him to find a decent wife who will respect him. Commenter 5. I started with what I believed was easier and quicker. I immediately blocked the man I've cheated my husband with. This is why it will not work. You needed a list from him for you to do what you should have done after telling him. If it was such an easy thing, why did you wait until he told you to? You also need to go to therapy, whether he is punishing you or if it's for reconciliation. Was the guy single, and if not, have you notified his partner of what you two did? Opie, you need to take ownership to help him heal. He's bleeding out, and he has to tell you to get bandages. Start with How to Help Your Spouse Heal from Your Affair by Linda McDonald. Commenter 6. You royally fucked up. Broke another good man. No matter what you do, you won't be able to win the same man back. Your despicable act is going to fester and grow within him, and it will become hatred and resentment toward you. You're toxic for him now, so do him a favor and let him go. Don't fight the inevitable divorce coming, and let him find happiness elsewhere.